El Niño is back. It is a climate pattern. It warms the Pacific Ocean. This warming affects weather around the world. El Niño can cause many problems. These include droughts, floods, and heat waves. Scientists are worried about the 2025 El Niño. They think it could be very strong. This is because the ocean is already very warm. A strong El Niño could cause serious damage. El Niño makes weather hard to predict. It can cause extreme events. These events are often unexpected. Droughts can happen in wet places. Floods can happen in dry places. Heat waves can become more intense. These changes in weather can be dangerous. They can damage crops and cause food shortages. They can also harm human health. El Niño is a complex event. It involves the ocean and the atmosphere. Normally, trade winds blow across the Pacific Ocean. These winds push warm water towards Asia. During El Niño, these winds weaken. This allows warm water to spread east. This warm water heats the air above it. The warm air rises and changes weather patterns. This change affects the entire planet. El Niño is not new. This climatic phenomenon has been a part of our planet's history for centuries, influencing weather patterns and impacting human lives in various ways. It has been happening for centuries, with records dating back to ancient civilizations that observed unusual weather patterns and tried to make sense of them. Peruvian fishermen were the first to notice it. They observed that the usually cold waters of the Pacific Ocean would warm up around the end of the year, affecting their fishing yields. They saw the ocean warm up around Christmas time, a period that was crucial for their livelihood. The warm waters would bring fewer fish, disrupting their traditional fishing practices. They named it El Niño, which means the little boy in Spanish, referring to the Christ child, as the phenomenon typically peaked around Christmas. Scientists started studying El Niño in the 20th century. With the advent of modern meteorology, researchers began to understand the broader implications of this phenomenon. Sir Gilbert discovered the Southern Oscillation, a key component in understanding El Niño. His work laid the foundation for future research. This is a change in air pressure over the Pacific, which affects weather patterns across the globe. The Southern Oscillation is characterized by fluctuations in air pressure between the eastern and western Pacific. Bjerknes linked the Southern Oscillation to El Niño, providing a more comprehensive understanding of how these phenomena interact. His work was pivotal in advancing our knowledge of global climate systems. This created the term ENSO, El Niño Southern Oscillation. ENSO encompasses both the oceanic and atmospheric components of this complex climate pattern, highlighting the interconnectedness of our planet's weather systems. Today, scientists use advanced technology, including satellites and computer models, to monitor and predict El Niño events. These tools help us understand the potential impacts on weather, agriculture, and economies worldwide. El Niño can cause significant disruptions in weather patterns, leading to droughts in some regions and heavy rainfall in others. This variability can have profound effects on agriculture, water resources, and food security. Communities around the world must prepare for the impacts of El Niño. Emergency response teams and infrastructure improvements are crucial in mitigating the adverse effects of extreme weather events. International collaboration is essential in addressing the challenges posed by El Niño. Scientists and policymakers work together to develop strategies for adaptation and resilience, ensuring that societies can better cope with the changes brought about by this global phenomenon. Public awareness and education are also vital. By understanding El Niño and its potential impacts, communities can take proactive measures to protect themselves and their livelihoods. El Niño not only affects human activities, but also has significant implications for ecosystems and wildlife. Changes in ocean temperatures and weather patterns can disrupt habitats and migration patterns, highlighting the need for comprehensive environmental management. As we look to the future, it is crucial to continue studying El Niño and its effects. By investing in research and education, we can equip future generations with the knowledge and tools needed to navigate the complexities of our changing climate. Through collective effort and innovation, we can build a more resilient world, capable of withstanding the challenges posed by El Niño and other climate phenomena. Together, we can ensure a sustainable and prosperous future for all. Section 5. The Pacific Ocean's Influence. The Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean on Earth, covering more than 63 million square miles. It spans from the Arctic in the north to the Southern Ocean in the south, and from Asia and Australia on the west to the Americas on the east. This vast expanse of water plays a crucial role in the Earth's climate and weather systems. One of the most significant ways the Pacific Ocean influences global weather is through the phenomenon known as El Niño. El Niño is a complex weather pattern resulting from variations in ocean temperatures in the equatorial Pacific. It can have profound effects on weather patterns across the globe, leading to extreme weather events such as floods, droughts, and hurricanes. The interaction between the ocean and the atmosphere is a continuous and dynamic process. The ocean absorbs sunlight and stores heat, which is then transferred to the atmosphere. This exchange of heat and moisture between the ocean and the atmosphere drives weather patterns and influences climate. The Pacific Ocean, due to its vast size, has an enormous capacity to store heat. This stored heat is gradually released over time, affecting the temperature and humidity of the air above it. The ocean's ability to store and release heat helps to moderate the Earth's climate, preventing extreme temperature fluctuations. The slow release of heat from the ocean into the atmosphere is a critical factor in maintaining the Earth's energy balance. This process helps to regulate temperatures, ensuring that the planet does not become too hot or too cold. The heat released by the ocean also influences weather patterns, contributing to the formation of clouds and precipitation. The heat from the ocean affects the air above it in several ways. It can cause the air to rise, leading to the formation of clouds and storms. The warm, moist air from the ocean can also be transported by winds to other regions, influencing weather patterns far from the ocean itself. During an El Niño event, the warm water in the Pacific Ocean heats the air more than usual. This additional heat can disrupt normal weather patterns, leading to unusual and sometimes severe weather conditions. For example, El Niño can cause increased rainfall in some regions, leading to flooding, while other areas may experience droughts due to reduced rainfall. The extra heat from the Pacific Ocean during El Niño also affects the jet stream, a narrow band of strong winds high in the atmosphere. The jet stream plays a crucial role in determining weather patterns, and changes in its position and strength can lead to significant shifts in weather conditions around the world. The jet stream is a powerful and fast-moving current of air that flows from west to east around the globe. It acts as a boundary between different air masses and influences the movement of weather systems. During El Niño, the changes in ocean temperatures can alter the jet stream's path, leading to unusual weather patterns. The influence of the Pacific Ocean on the jet stream and global weather patterns highlights the interconnectedness of the Earth's climate system. Changes in one part of the system can have far-reaching effects, demonstrating the importance of understanding and monitoring the interactions between the ocean and the atmosphere. By studying these interactions, scientists can better predict and prepare for the impacts of phenomena like El Niño, helping to mitigate their effects on communities and ecosystems around the world. Section 6. The trade winds, a delicate balance. The trade winds are a fundamental component of our planet's climate system, playing a crucial role in the regulation of weather patterns and ocean currents across the globe. These winds are not just a simple breeze, they are a powerful force that shapes the environment in profound ways. Trade winds are crucial to El Niño. They are the driving force behind the movement of warm water across the Pacific Ocean, influencing weather patterns not only in the Pacific region but also around the world. The interaction between the trade winds and the ocean currents is a delicate balance that can have far-reaching effects. They are steady winds that blow across the Pacific. These winds are consistent and reliable, providing a steady push that moves warm water from the eastern Pacific towards the western Pacific. This movement of water is essential for maintaining the temperature balance in the ocean and the atmosphere. They blow from east to west. This east-to-west movement is a key characteristic of the trade winds, and it is this directional flow that helps to distribute heat and moisture across the Pacific Ocean. The trade winds are a vital part of the Earth's climate system, helping to regulate temperatures and weather patterns. These winds normally push warm water towards Asia. As the warm water is pushed westward, it accumulates near the coast of Asia, creating a warm pool of water that influences the climate in the region. This warm water also affects the atmospheric circulation, leading to the development of weather patterns such as monsoons and typhoons. This creates cooler water in the eastern Pacific. The movement of warm water towards the west allows cooler water to upwell in the eastern Pacific, creating a temperature gradient that is essential for the functioning of the ocean-atmosphere system. This cooler water is rich in nutrients, supporting marine life and fisheries in the region. During El Niño, the trade winds weaken. This weakening of the trade winds disrupts the normal flow of water and heat across the Pacific, leading to significant changes in weather patterns. The weakening of the trade winds is one of the first signs of an impending El Niño event, and it can have dramatic effects on the climate. This allows the warm water to flow back towards the east. As the trade winds weaken, the warm water that had been pushed towards Asia begins to flow back towards the eastern Pacific. This movement of warm water can lead to the development of El Niño conditions, with warmer than average sea surface temperatures in the eastern Pacific. This warms the eastern Pacific and disrupts weather patterns. The warming of the eastern Pacific can lead to changes in atmospheric circulation, resulting in altered weather patterns around the world. These changes can include increased rainfall in some regions and droughts in others, as well as more frequent and intense storms. The weakening of trade winds is a key indicator of El Niño. Monitoring the strength and direction of the trade winds is essential for predicting El Niño events and understanding their potential impacts on global weather patterns. The delicate balance of the trade winds is a critical component of the Earth's climate system, and any changes to this balance can have far-reaching consequences. Section 7. Predicting the 2025 El Niño. Scientists are monitoring the Pacific Ocean closely. They are looking for signs of El Niño. They use buoys, satellites, and computer models. These tools help them predict El Niño events. Current predictions suggest a strong El Niño in 2025. However, El Niño is complex and difficult to predict with certainty. Scientists continue to study it to improve their forecasts. Section 8. The importance of preparedness. Knowing about El Niño is important. It helps us prepare for its impacts. Governments can take steps to mitigate damage. This includes early warning systems for droughts and floods, strengthening infrastructure to withstand extreme weather, developing drought-resistant crops, and educating the public about El Niño and its potential impacts. Being prepared can save lives and reduce economic losses. Section 9. A call for global cooperation. El Niño is a global phenomenon. It affects every country. This requires international cooperation. Countries must share information and resources. They must work together to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Climate change is making El Niño events more frequent and intense. Global cooperation is essential to address this challenge. We must act now to protect our planet for future generations.